And it looks like we are beginning the pre-show here. How's it going, Yankee?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Doing excellent. Happy to be here. No place I'd
Good.
rather be.
Good. Get your AC going?
I got my AC going. It's 70 degrees in here. What about you?
72.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
uh, we're close. We're in the ballpark.
Yeah. Hopefully people can't hear our ACs.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. I mean,
I know.
so we got like over 40 people live already. What's up, chat? How's it going? Thule, Tiger Stacker, a couple of mods in there. That's great to see.
Yes. I wonder what we're going to talk about tonight.
You know, should I start?
Hmm.
Let's see if I can even do a
Hmm.
Q&A.
You want to do a poll or Q? Yeah,
I'm
do
going
a
to
poll and a
try to
Q and
do a
A.
Q&A first. We'll see if I can get it up here.
All right.
So I'll just say ask questions here.
Meet.
Start Q&A. Let's see if it works. It didn't work on yours.
No, I know. It'll probably work just fine on yours.
I don't.
Ask something. I'm going to test it out right now.
Yeah, I don't see any
Ask a
questions yet. So
question. Hmm.
it's. I don't know. Maybe it'll be broken on mine too.
Question? Question sent.
Oh, it says question.
Oh man,
It works on mine.
I don't get this. This is so weird.
Wow. All right. All right. So there's
All
the
right.
questions.
Okay. How
And you
about a
know what?
poll?
Hold on. We're gonna take this one
Okay.
first. How do you guys feel about discounts on the metals? We're gonna take that one first when we start.
Yes, absolutely. We'll do that first. How about a poll though? I really want to know if people bought silver today.
Okay.
I'll answer it as well.
Did you buy silver today? Question mark. Yes or no? Start the poll. We have started the poll.
First one to vote.
We'll see.
Uh-huh. We'll see.
Whoa. Mostly no. Maybe I should have said this
Um,
week.
yeah,
But
but
today was the day to buy.
today was the day.
Although maybe
uh,
tomorrow we
uh-huh.
don't necessarily know. Tomorrow, when we get the expenditures report,
Mm-hmm.
could
Mm-hmm.
be another dipper. I
Yeah, we're
mean,
gonna talk about that extensively, um, but yeah, I was at Silver Dave's today
mm-hmm.
recording a really cool video, and we're both like looking at each other like this is big. And I'll tell you what happened in that coin shop once we go live for realsies.
All right. So did you buy silver there, or did you buy silver online?
We got 1 minute before I tell you. We
Ah,
this is the pre-show. We don't want to get too involved in it. We got 15 seconds left, so
yeah.
we're just saying hi to people.
Yeah. Looks like most people did not buy silver today, but we'll
Okay,
we'll let them
that's
vote.
fine.
We only got
Yep,
100 votes in there, so.
right.
But
Yeah, we got 171 in here.
we are gonna go live here. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Silver Pros. I am your host, Silver Dragons, and I'm joined by my awesome co-host, Yankee Stacking. What's up, Yankee?
Oh, it's great to be here tonight. Looking forward to it, as
Absolutely.
always.
And this show is sponsored by SD Bullion, and as such, they'll be doing a nice giveaway. Should we show that
Hmm.
off?
Yes,
Yes.
this is
So
cool.
it is the 2024 1 ounce Ram of Calvary
Hmm.
silver coin. This is obviously for the people watching live on YouTube. And by the way, these are on sale right now at SD Bullion for $1.99 over spot.
Good
So
price.
they're
Very good
currently
price.
$30.01. So I mean that's
But
actually a killer price.
yeah, don't just buy one though and pay for the shipping. Add that to a larger order if you're going to do it, because you want to get that free shipping.
Right. So
And yeah.
this is the introductory pricing as well. The pricing is going to
Hmm.
go up on these in the coming days. It may be tomorrow, actually. I'm not sure. But
Don't say that.
I just want to show you the Roaring Lion is about $3 more. So I'm assuming these are like $3
Yep.
off. And if you look at last year's RAM, they're like $42, or
Yep.
43. So I mean, this is the time to buy. It's $29.96 right now. So there
Yeah,
you go.
I have the complete set from 2023, and I do have the Lion
Mm-hmm.
from 2024, but I don't have the Ram yet. I'm kicking myself. I better get it before the price jumps up.
Yep. Yeah, they do four every year: the lion, the
Mm-hmm.
tree, the sword, and the ram. And
Mm-hmm.
it's a different Bible verse every year. This year is Ephesians 6:14. So
Mm,
it's a very cool series. They call it the Truth Series, and we're going to be giving one away for free at the end of the show.
awesome. And how do they enter?
Why don't
Hmm.
you tell them?
Well, if you've been on Silver Pros before, you know that we love to give away on the wheel of names. That way, we have so many people in here. It's the best way to do it. And so, how you enter is first you need to be a subscriber to SD Bullion. I'm sorry, to Silver Dragons,
Mm-hmm.
and of course you are. You have to be a subscriber, and then you need to put something in the chat. Any old thing, every 15 minutes or so, get something in there. And I'm going to start harvesting right now. Boom. I'm going to start grabbing names, and at the end of this hour, we'll put all the names on the wheel of names and spin for a winner.
All right, very good. And I'm actually going to end this poll here. So the poll was, did you buy
Yeah.
silver today? And thank you everyone who voted. It was looks like
What is it?
72% said no,
Hmm.
and 28% said yes.
Hmm.
So almost I guess a little over a quarter of you, almost a third,
Mm-hmm.
did buy silver today, and today would have been a great day. I mean, the day's obviously not over. You can still buy silver tonight, but currently, as we're live, silver is under $28 an ounce.
Dude,
So,
man.
I mean, what we need to get into
I,
these questions.
I know, but I just want to say I was part of that 28%. In fact, what you see on the screen right now is what I bought. I went to local silver mint, like I mentioned. I bought a whole tube of scratched up cull silver rounds. I said, I
Beautiful.
don't care what they look like. I just want the silver. And it was a stupid good deal from my local coin shop dealer there. Got a couple Pork Fest rounds too to celebrate that trip. And then, of course, the 1/10 ounce silver round. So I scored a bunch because I needed to today.
Yeah, those
Uh,
scratched up rounds, those are a great thing to be stacking,
yeah.
especially all the buffaloes I see in there.
Mm-hmm.
Very recognizable. Now, this is a live show here, and if you have any questions about silver, because we're on Silver Pros,
Mm-hmm.
click on that Q&A section at the top of your chat. It says ask questions here, and go ahead and type in your questions, and we're going to try and get to as many of them as we can. But as promised, we're going to be starting with Griefing Gamer.
Gamer. Yeah.
And he says, how do you guys feel about the discount on metals? Obviously talking about the price drop. How do you feel, Yankee?
It was on sale today. It hasn't changed one bit in my mind from a long-term standpoint. I'm stacking it up. So this was a good time for me to buy.
Sure. And why was it on sale? Like, what happened? I mean, is it going to keep
Ooh,
going down? Like, where are we at?
that that's the $1 million question, right? Let
Hmm.
me just throw one word out that I think is really driving this. I could be wrong, and maybe we'll give some evidence for it, but here's my one word: recession.
I hear it. And as such, I'm showing the headline here from a few
Mm-hmm.
days ago. We are in a recession in full time jobs.
Yeah. Scroll down on that article a little bit. I just want to call out a couple things of this. This was fascinating. Everybody's saying, oh, it's a strong labor market, but the headlines really don't tell the whole story. We've been signaling a recession for a while now. In fact, the BLS, the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, just quietly revised the numbers of new jobs lower from last month. They erased 111,000 jobs from the books. Oh, yeah, we were wrong. It was just an estimate, and whoopies.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also, if you look at the chart, this chart down further really jumps out at me too. So you see right down there, you see that chart. Now, the black line, yeah, you might want to shrink it a bit for us. The black line is the establishment jobs that you read about, right? And that's been going up. But the household employed people have flatlined. What is going on? How would this explain? How can you explain this?
You
People are
tell me.
working multiple part-time
Oh, interesting.
jobs.
Interesting.
That's the explanation. The full-time jobs are in recession right now. And I'm also hearing a lot about layoffs. So remember, the employment figures, they're a trailing indicator for recession. And on the way back from Silver Dave, I heard on the radio, I heard on the radio that they said I bet you, the person said the recession started in October of 2023.
Wow.
2023. October of 2023.
Right, but you don't hear about it till a year
No,
later, typically.
no, of course not. No.
Okay, and there's more than that going on. And I did a
Mm-hmm.
video last week talking about China and how
Mm-hmm.
their economy isn't doing so hot, and this is possibly why silver is falling much faster than gold, because silver being an
Mm-hmm.
industrial metal, if we go into a recession, it typically doesn't perform as well as gold, right?
Correct.
So we got another article here. As growth sputters, Beijing tries again to jolt China's economy. So they actually went ahead and lowered rates in China because the idea is that they are in a recession.
Sure. Sure.
So, I mean, that's kind of where we're at. And obviously, there was some news that came out today. Let me see if I can find that. Look, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
So Thursday, advanced second quarter U.S. GDP report for the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
So we got some interesting stuff here. It was actually better than expected, which, this is kind of like we don't need to cut rates this month because obviously there's a rate cut on the horizon here in the
Mm-hmm.
USA. But is it going to happen at the end of July? Is it going to happen in September? So with this report, likely it's not going to happen this month. So another reason we saw the metals fall. And then tomorrow, we're going to have the U.S. personal income and outlays report. So this will be big. I'm predicting tomorrow, based on which way this report goes, I think
Wow.
we're going to see another move in metals, either up or down. So basically, is is the Fed going to be dovish or bullish? This report is going
Mm-hmm.
to help us
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
understand that. So lots going on, and then of course, we can look at the rate probabilities.
Yeah,
So,
let's see that.
let me first
Okay.
show July 31st. This is the next meeting, right? So they're not thinking
Yes.
there's going to be a rate cut. Rates are going to remain the same, 93.3% chance
Uh-huh.
of rates remaining the same. Fast forward to September, it's literally not if they're going to be cut, it's how low will they go now. They're not even, there's zero chance in their mind that rates are going
Mm.
to remain the same. So likely a 25 basis point rate cut, but possibly more in
Sure.
September. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we're kind of in interesting times, right? Like if they do start cutting rates, I feel like this is great for metals. We've been saying this for like years. However, if we're in a recession, that's not great for metals, specifically silver. So it's kind of like a tug of war. And I mean, who do you think is winning right now? Obviously,
Uh,
silver is going
yeah.
down.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned something interesting. Let me just see if can I share my screen for a moment? Just a really quick thing here. I think I can do that, right?
It's
Or
gonna
not?
boot me out of the
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I won't share it. Um, over the last two or three recessions. So I have some stats on past recessions. Let me just say it audibly here.
Sure, sure.
In the 2008 recession, the Great Recession, silver went down 50%.
Oh gosh.
In the, during the brief 2019, 2020, right around that time, we had a brief recession. It went down 21%.
Okay.
And then I've been looking at the stats from, if the recession has started in October of 2023, we had a dip in 2022, but oh my goodness, it could go down quite a bit again. We could see mid 20s easy or lower 20s if something really, really bad happens.
Really?
But it's temporary. It's temporary. That's the thing. When the Fed comes in and rescues it, I wish I could show you the chart. What happens to silver afterwards? It goes ballistic. So again, this is buying opportunity time. If it's a recession, I think we're going to have a lot of opportunity to stack it up.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of us remember, in 2008, silver got crushed
Mm,
initially, but then over the next few years, it went to that all-time high. And then in 2020, when COVID
Yeah,
kicked off,
COVID. Yep.
silver got crushed, but then it
Mm-hmm.
recovered. And, just a few weeks ago, what it was up at
Sure.
$32.
Mm-hmm.
So even if it gets crushed again, I mean, this is actually ideal for stackers. I mean, let's say silver.
Especially new ones,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
new
Oh,
stackers.
this is like a blessing, right? Let's say it goes down. I mean, I don't want to like get crazy here, but what if we see like
Mhm.
$22 silver? I
Sure.
mean, like if it gets murdered, right?
Herbert says silver going back to 21. It's possible.
I mean, if we
I don't
see
think it
that,
will, but it's possible.
no, I
Definitely.
don't think it'll go
No.
below 25. It
Mm-hmm.
might, and if we do have like a big stock market crash type
Mm-hmm.
thing with all the paper trading and futures, it could temporarily go. Yeah, I mean, it could go to $20 for a day or two, um, temporarily, right? And that before it goes back to 25. But if we do see those lows, I mean, I hope people have a little bit of cash ready to just beep, 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 back it up. I mean,
Yeah.
because it's not going to be for long. And like you said, it gets explosive after the dip. So
Mm-hmm.
something to look forward to, maybe.
It gets explosive after the dip because of the reaction by
Right.
governments and the central banks. They react and it gins it back up. And I think that's what they're going to do. It was interesting when I was at Silver Dave's and we were there. He said, there's a phenomenon that happens. And he says, I've been scratching my head over this for years. When the price is going up, people flock in to buy.
Right.
When the price drops, it can be so quiet. He says, I have had it bristling in piles of people in my shop for a month. It's been crazy. And today, that morning, crickets until about 2 o'clock. And then it started to pick up. People were coming in. But it's amazing that people don't get in on the opportunity when it presents itself.
Yeah. No, it is amazing. And honestly, like, if you want to be a good stacker, I've been saying this for years. When the price is going up, I don't even think about buying. When it's
Mm-hmm.
getting crushed, as you mentioned today, you bought. Now I'm starting to think I want to place an order, but to be quite frank, I'm waiting till the report comes out tomorrow to see
Smart.
what happens because we could get another dip. I mean, obviously I could buy today and buy tomorrow,
That's
just
right.
average it, which I might
Mm-hmm.
do that. I mean, this RAM is looking really enticing. It's 29.89 a coin right now, so I might have to do both. I might, but I definitely want to buy tomorrow. Is what I'm thinking.
I don't have the camera up, but I am holding the box from SD Bullion that I bought on the prior dip. It was a tube of rounds. So I bought then, I bought today, and if it drops again, I'll buy some more. That's the important thing to keep doing that. Don't panic and don't think that this is indicative of a long bear market in silver. No, this is not that at all. The long-term prospects for silver is still way up,
Yeah, yeah,
way up.
way up. And Jerry did ask a question here in the questions. How low are we going?
Mm-hmm.
My honest opinion is 25 is kind of like the bottom. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's possible we get there. We might not. I mean, it could recover from here. That we could
I'm
be
gonna
at the
I'm
low.
I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna say the same thing.
Yeah,
25.
yeah. So if it does hit 25, I mean, yeah, hopefully people got a little bit of dry powder and they're able to buy
Mm-hmm.
at that point because I don't think it'll last long.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But of course, we have the election on the horizon, and there's going to be, like the new. If you look at the news, it's all election, it's all politics, all that stuff right now, and people aren't even thinking about metals. So,
Yeah, that's true too. I've seen we're distracted by
right,
what's going on, but I don't think that's going to last long.
right. We do have a logistical question here. I don't know what the answer is, but does SD Bullion ship to Canada? Do you know if they do, Yankee?
They do.
They
They
do.
ship to Canada. They don't ship the giveaways to Canada, but
Correct.
they do. But they will ship to Canada for purchases. Yep.
Can you take this question here? Do you see the one I'm looking at
Yep.
from Aaron?
Hold on 1 second here. I just wanted to put something in the chat for somebody else. All right. When they say spot price is determined by paper contracts, what does that mean? Okay. Yeah. And then the bid and ask. So paper contracts I'll try to do it simply, but there's an exchange for us on the COMEX where buyers and sellers of silver can buy a future contract, a claim on a future amount of silver, right,
Mm-hmm.
in the market. And there's nothing wrong inherently with the futures markets. It lowers risks. Say they had this in commodities for a long time with wheat and other types of stuff. So farmers, if they were worried, they want to maybe hedge their bets against bad weather, they might buy on the futures market and get a stable price. So there's a reason. It's to help mitigate risk. There's a reason for a futures contract or futures market. But what happens is they will buy up these contracts, and then as they near maturity and it's time to actually get the physical silver that these contracts were bought under, they don't take delivery of the silver. They turn around and they sell it to somebody else. So soon, the paper that is earmarked to the physical underlying silver is what matters to these traders. It's not the silver, the physical silver. It's all these pieces of paper that they can trade around and try to make money. The bid and the ask of the different prices, the buying and the selling price, right? So there's a spread between those two. So they try to buy low and sell high, or if they're shorting it, they buy high and sell low. So they're placing these bets on silver, but it's really the paper contracts pointing to the silver that they're trading in. And the real problem is what happens when you have 30 contracts pointing to the same ounce of gold or same ounces of gold.
Right.
And you have all this paper that is expanded out of control, pointing to a very finite, limited amount of physical silver. You get an inflated market that is hyperly controlled and manipulated, full of derivatives and other fancy stuff. And when that pops and everybody wants delivery of the physical silver, there's not enough silver to go around with all these paper contracts.
Right. And I want to point something out that people may not be aware of. I'll put it up on the screen here. So this is the silver futures. This is actually not spot price, but
Yeah, that's
a
true.
lot of the time it's very, very, very close. So
Mm-hmm.
right now it's at 27.78. This is silver futures. And if we go back to SD Bullion, you can see they got silver at 27.95.
Mm-hmm.
So they're very, very close. And, I've only seen one
It
time
diverge.
during
It diverge.
COVID
Yeah. Yeah.
when they did diversion, they were like, I think 50 cents apart or maybe almost a dollar.
Yeah.
Um, but for the most part, when you look at spot price, it's going to be very close to whatever the futures are trading at.
Mm-hmm.
So if more people are buying futures and the velocity of trading is increasing, we see the price go up.
Go up.
And if more
Yep.
people are selling, price goes down. So this is when you
Right.
hear people, like JP Morgan shorting silver and all this stuff. You're like, how are they manipulating it? That is one way. I mean, obviously there's the spoofing where they place the fake orders and don't execute them, which is illegal, and they've gotten
Oh,
fined, crazy amounts of money for doing so. And I think several people went to jail for doing that, JP Morgan. But I mean, it's, it can be manipulated. It is manipulated. And the bottom line is none of these people actually own any silver. If you're buying paper contracts, it's just numbers on a computer screen. There's nothing there. Like, you might as well own crypto, or, it's like, if the whole system implodes, you get nothing, you lose. Good day, sir. Like, that's
yeah.
it. So,
If I had a lot of money and I went into the market and said I want to short, basically sell millions of ounces of paper silver right now, millions, I could manipulate that. What would happen is the price would drop
mm-hmm.
because I'm just filling up a pile of sell orders, just flooding the market with sell orders, expecting the price to drop, and then I buy it up at the lower price. It's kind of like buy low, sell high in reverse, and it's such a small market they can literally do that. Now, again, the paper contracts. Do you have the The debt clock handy?
I can pull it up. Yeah.
You could give that. It's a great question, and I think that visualization will help if you
Yeah.
can.
Give me a
It's stunning.
second. It's a little
Sure, no
bit.
problem.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
There it is. So, the paper to silver ratio 402 to 1, paper to gold ratio 127 to 1. So, this is actually not all of the ounces
No,
available on the COMEX. This is how
that's
many
true.
ounces have been mined
Mind,
a year
yes.
in a year's time,
Mm-hmm.
and they actually aren't mining enough to backfill the whole COMEX. I would say they mine about a tenth of what's on there right now available.
But
Um,
still, that's a crazy ratio.
yeah, so call it 40 to 1 with silver.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So there you go.
It's wrong, and it's eventually going to break. There's going to be situations in our economy, in our world, in this country, eventually, probably in my lifetime, where this will break. And can you imagine the rush to take possession of the actual physical silver? Everyone's going to be rushing for the exits when the music stops, and there's not going to be enough silver to go around. And the COMEX already changed the rules so they can satisfy, demand for the physical silver in just fiat currency. They can just give them cash and say, go away. But
Hmm.
it's going to be a panic one day.
Yep, I agree. And yeah, we'll see how long that takes. I mean, it'd be crazy times,
It takes a
obviously.
long time until it is. It's slow and steady, and then boom,
We might get,
overnight.
hyperinflation before that.
Oh yeah, you will see other cracks and other problems, but it will result in the manipulation being lost.
Right. Now, if we can change gears, we got a question here from Lynn. Thank you so much. They say, just getting here. Did you say to stack silver buffaloes? That's what Yankees buying literally today, right? You bought buffaloes?
Literally today, that stack you see in front, that tube of random stuff, but there was a lot of buffaloes in there.
Yeah.
Love buffaloes.
Yeah, great thing to be buying. Generic silver.
Hmm.
Um, it's one of my three pillars for stacking. If you live in America, silver 1 ounce silver rounds, and the most popular silver round is the Buffalo silver round. So if you want to buy silver, that's a great thing to be buying right now.
I agree.
All right,
What else? We got some. Oh man, we got a lot of questions. Man, we got to move.
we do have a lot.
This is great.
You
Let's
want to tackle
see.
one?
Oh, MA.
Yeah.
Yeah, MA 1776 thoughts on carrying silver while traveling for contingency and emergencies. Yeah, you want to have some barter material with you. It is a challenge sometimes to carry your silver, but I love that idea. You want emergency silver, um, and you want to be able to have it in a small denomination. You're not going to walk around with a 100-ounce bar. That's going to be hard, but yeah, definitely do that.
Yeah, I would say also have some cash. Like obviously, right
Oh,
now,
obviously, yeah, yes.
when you're traveling, it's nice to have some cash, have a little bit of constitutional silver just in case. I mean, if you get too far away from home and you got to make it back to home and everything's falling apart, it'd be nice to have a little bit of silver on you.
Cash is a huge prep. In fact, when there's an SHTF,
Hmm.
you're going to want cash before you want your silver. But eventually the cash is going to be trash. So there's going to be dominoes. So keep the cash as well. You need to have a cash prep.
Yeah, you need to have both. We got a question here. Looks like check stacker. With premiums low, buyers are paying back of spot. Do you see that trend
Hmm.
continuing? Look, here's the thing. With some types of silver, they always pay back a spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
With
Mm-hmm.
like sterling or war nickels, 40% halves,
Yep.
silver shot, jewelry.
Large bars too
Yeah,
sometimes. Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
100 ounce, 1,000 ounce.
Yep.
They always pay back a spot for that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not that unusual to see it. I suppose it is unusual to see with things like silver rounds, junk silver right now. The 90%, a lot of them are paying back a spot. But on the flip side, that keeps the premium low, right? Because if they're buying it a buck back, they can sell it
Mm-hmm.
close to spot. So it's really I don't know. I mean, I do see the trend continuing, especially as spot price drops, because they're
Yes.
going to try and protect themselves. But what I
Right.
would be asking you is, why are you selling right now anyway?
I don't think he is. Maybe he is, Jack. He's
Well,
a great guy. I
or
don't know.
unless it's an emergency and you
Right.
absolutely need to sell, you need the cash for, like,
Mm,
medical bill, or to pay your mortgage. Let's say you lost your job or something.
mhm.
I don't think anyone should be selling right now. I'm certainly not selling. Yeah, I mean, especially with the
Yeah.
price going down, I mean, it's not a good time to sell.
Check's one of my Yankee Cannon members, and when we have our monthly militia meetup, that we've talked about this, and I think you need two or more, at least you need multiple local coin shop dealers, because some make their money primarily on the sell when they sell you silver, and others make their money when they buy it back. So you kind of want to play. Like, I know people, I think, I'm not sure if it's check, but I know one of my members told me that they have one dealer where they buy up their silver because he doesn't charge much over spot, but he doesn't give you much when you sell it, and then he sells his silver to a different dealer. So that's important because they do deal differently with those buy and sell trades.
Absolutely. Um, there's a bunch of questions. We answered a bunch of these already, so I'm trying to
Okay, good.
kind of weed out the ones that
Yep.
we already went through. But there is a really interesting one that I want to get your opinion on, Yankee.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Do you want to read it and you want to take that?
I'll read it. Do you think this is the silver market reacting to the probability of a recession and may not react as much when it actually happens? Amen, Douglas. Buy the rumor, sell the fact is an old cliche for markets. And ahead of the rumor, that is when things sell off. But once it actually hits, then they're looking beyond the recession. How are they going to react? When do we get out of this? What kind of fiscal and monetary policies are they going to put into place? And we're going through an election. So there's a lot of uncertainty at this point in how the new administration, whichever it is going to handle the recession. So yes, I agree. I think it's first the reinitial. They're trying to get ahead of it. They're trying to react before it actually happens, and I think it's already happening.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I do see a lot of people in here asking about the Commander series. And if you're not familiar with this, it's a great
Yeah.
series. SD Bullion is putting it out there on the second one right
Mm-hmm.
now, Patton. And
Mm-hmm.
people are asking when the next one is going to come out. Now, they've said that they're going to do, I believe, 4 a year for
Yep.
3 years, right? It's going to be 12.
Right. That
And
doesn't. Yep.
so, to release 4 this year, they don't have to come out with another one till like October, right? And then one at Christmas. So
It's getting tight though. They need to start. I don't know when they're going to release it.
I would think in the fall they're probably doing one each season.
Okay.
So, but you know what we
We're
need to
almost
do?
there.
We need to
Yes.
get either Chase or Cole, someone over at
Yep.
SD Bullion. We need to get them on the stream, and you guys can just ask them straight up because I don't know what
Exactly.
I feel like the Secret Service. The ex-director right now, where it's like maybe I have info but I can't say it. Like, how many shell casings are on the roof? You know what it
Oh,
is. You
my
just won't tell
brother.
us. That's
I
kind of what I
know. I
feel
know
like when
right
you
now.
guys keep asking me this.
Do not equate
I
that
know. I'm joking. I'm totally
woman
joking.
with
And I
Cole.
I just want to see what the chat's going to say about that. I mean, I'm just poking the bear.
I know you are. So I did reach out to Cole. He just had a second child. He's on, he's out, but he's kind of in. And I said, "Oh, can you join us for the next Silver Pros?" And he said, "Yeah, I will definitely. Just let me know. I'll be able to do it." So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get Cole in here next time.
Yeah, we're going to try and get him on here. All right. Let's see. This is another great question here from Sultan. What
Hmm.
is a good amount of to stack or in possession of silver for an average American person for an inflation and all? I think they're saying, like, what is a good target for silver for the average American? Like, what should people be trying to achieve?
Mm-hmm.
And it is different for everyone, but they are saying the average American. So, can I just say,
Mm-hmm.
I put out a video, I want to say probably 2 years ago now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, maybe 3 years. But in that video, I talk about the minimum amount of silver that everyone needs to go for. And the minimum is 40 ounces of silver for every member in your family, like your immediate family.
Yep.
So if you're just, a single dude, 40 ounces is the minimum. If you're
Yep.
married, then you need 80. If you got 3 kids, then you need,
Mm-hmm.
well,
Mm-hmm.
you guys can do the math. So 200. Um,
Mm-hmm. Yep. Good one.
that's the minimum. But that, that's not really like the goal. It's just get there and then you could take a breath. In my opinion, you get there and then you pay off all your debts except for your mortgage and then you keep stacking. But obviously people differ on,
The order of what to handle. This goes into a person's or family's personal finances, their fiscal situation, right?
yeah.
And there's a lot of factors to it. My rule of thumb has always been more around what is the purpose of your stack? Why do you have the silver? And for me, it's largely for barter and trade in a worst case scenario. I'll pass it on to my kids if I don't need it, but I need something outside the system, the fiat currency system. And I want to be able to have some tangible assets to be able to exchange. So for me, I was targeting 1 year's worth of expenditures. So it's a more sort of like, how would that fit in? A year's worth. I can handle a year with just the silver for transactions. So, yeah.
Well, and actually, I saw it in the live chat there. Tuli asked a great question. She said,
Ooh,
"Did I account for inflation when I came up with the 40 ounces?" And that's a great question because you know
ooh,
what? It
good
it
point.
doesn't really matter what happens to the dollar. If you're looking at your wealth in ounces, if you're measuring your wealth, how
Oh,
much
I'm glad you said that.
real
Yes.
money do I actually have? Then 40 ounces is going to be 40 ounces, whether it's 1,000 years ago or 1,000 years in the future, right? So
Yes.
whether the dollar even exists at all, it doesn't really matter. I still think 40 ounces is a good starting place, and I think it's
Hmm.
achievable for most people. So there you go.
Well said.
All right.
Just keep in mind, guys, it's not so much about the price of precious metals going up and down. It's really the value of our dollar going up and down.
Yeah. Yeah. And it continues to go down.
And it's going down.
Just how fast, right?
Right.
Yeah, I did see that. What was it? A
Where are we
tweet
at?
that Elon Musk put out. I don't have it pulled up, but the
Oh, I do. I'm gonna post it on my channel. I have the picture. I can't show it though because I
yeah,
can't
I
share
know.
it. That
His
was great, wasn't it?
yeah, he's basically, well, he acknowledged silver's a thing, which is kind of cool. But
Yep.
then he says, like we're getting close to that old hyperinflation.
Yeah, that last image was pretty potent.
Yeah,
223.
I know, right?
Yikes.
Yeah, that's when you're gonna be looking at barter.
I hope we never get there.
Right. Okay, so very simple question here from Navy
Mm-hmm.
Vet. If interest rates are lower, will silver price increase? I mean, we kind of went into
Mm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on, what's going on with the recession, but theoretically, it's good for silver. Like, if you just take a step back and you only
Mm-hmm.
focus on that, nothing else going on in the world,
Mm-hmm.
lower rates means weaker dollar,
Mm-hmm.
means higher silver price. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, in a vacuum. So
Right. No, that's a simple way to put it, but a lot of truth to that.
yeah, and I mean it does. You also need to factor in like the market is forward thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they have lowered rates, but are they thinking about pivoting? You know what I mean? Like you got to factor all that stuff in. But right now it looks like they're wanting to lower rates and then keep pushing them lower. Like I suppose I could bring it up again, but we didn't look farther off in the future. But if you go to like January
Mm-hmm.
for the target rate probability, excuse me, they think rates are going to keep going down. So if
Man.
they keep on lowering rates more and more, I mean, look, this is like a whole point lower than it is right now, almost a 40% chance of that. So I don't know. I mean, to me, that all looks really good for silver.
I agree.
All right.
We got another 20 minutes. Remember, guys, put something in the chat so you can be entered into the giveaway that's coming up at the end of the stream.
Oh man, there's a question here from Mogo. I think it's Mogo. Yeah. If I drive to Harry's Coins, can I meet silver dragons?
Yeah, right?
Potentially, I am there every week.
There you go.
Um, yeah, maybe. I mean, I've never. I did one day where I worked there all day, and it was like a year ago, and it was a blast. I need to do it again. I need to get because it was just great to talk to everyone,
Right. Yeah, you
and
need
like
to do that.
listen to what they were buying, kind of like your videos, Yankee.
Right.
You're more there like when the shop is open, right?
Exactly.
With Tim.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, for
Yep.
me, I'm usually I'm not there when it's open, and so um, it's just it's easier to film and get the
Sure.
thoughts without being interrupted and the phone
Yep.
and everything.
Oh, it's a challenge. It's a big challenge when it's open, but yeah. Yeah. And I usually have Tim on live, and that way I can go slower if he's in studio, but if he's in his shop, it's bedlam.
Right.
So I get you. I understand.
What time does the report come out tomorrow? I believe 8:30 a.m. should be Eastern. Um, all right. You say buy the dips. Well, we've had 3 days of dips. At what point to buy from Greg?
Yeah.
Why did you choose today, Yankee? Why didn't you buy yesterday, or did you? Just curious.
I bought last week, and then I was at Silver Dave's, and it was just like, oh my word, I'm driving there. It's like, oh, the price is, the spot price is dropping. I'm so glad I'm going in. And when he was
Mm,
there, and I was looking at the sales he had, I was like, yeah, I'm not walking out of here without it. But like I said, last week I had gotten the rounds from SD Bullion. I'm just definitely just looking for opportunities to buy all the time.
hmm
Each week I evaluate what's the right time to do it, and I just do it.
Kind of a
I
gut
try to
feeling.
dollar cost average. And dollar cost averaging somewhat. I do have a rough budget, and I had a target for the entire year, and I have to review that and see how far along I am for that, see if it's changed. But yeah, it was mostly silver and less gold than last year. So focusing on the silver this year.
It's a great thing to be focusing on, especially with the ratio continuing to climb. It's now well over 80. So, it's like to me it's like I'm not even thinking about gold at the moment.
Right.
Um oh man, this question here, Yankee, I think
Okay.
you want to I have a very strong opinion on it. Do you want to take it?
I'll read it. It's good old cranky stacker. Good to see you in here. What do you think about selling vintage and buying cheapest rounds or bars with the proceeds? Would you make enough to add weight?
Would ya?
Yes.
Should ya?
Yes. I wouldn't buy vintage in the first place. But if somebody gave me vintage bars right now, some real old Englehards or something, or Johnson Matthews or something, like, wow, those are so cool, I would take the premium right now and convert it to the cheapest stuff. I'm stacking for weight mostly.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say if you're
That's just me.
yeah, no, I agree with you. I would do that too probably, but if you are new to metals, it might be actually challenging to offload vintage silver and get the price you deserve.
Mm-hmm.
It's nuanced. It's not something everyone's gonna be able to do. Really, I mean, you're probably gonna need some connections in the community, maybe an eBay store with good feedback, and I mean, I don't think it's for everyone, but I
No.
think if I was doing it, um, I think I would be successful. I think you would be successful as well, Cranky. And honestly, I mentioned it last show. I had a friend who had a bunch of Morgan dollars. He sold them all. He got premium for the Morgans, and he put it all into generics. And I said it was a great move. I think it is a great move, and I think especially if you're going to be passing down this stuff to your kids, they're not going to know what it is unless you teach them about it. So, I mean, converting it to like generic bullion seems like a really strong move to me. I mean, I would say now's a good time to do it as well.
Yep.
We got one here from Chase. Hey guys, can you explain the difference between American Silver Eagles and the Walking Liberty rounds? They look very similar to me.
Mm-hmm. And they should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
Well, The American Silver Eagle is been around since what the first year was in
86.
1986, and it's so popular, the most popular silver sovereign coin in the world. And so, hey, let's copy that design. Of course, it itself is a copy of the Walking Liberty on our half dollar, silver half dollar. So, yeah, it's a very popular design. So they're going with it. It's very similar, but a round is not a coin. A round and a silver eagle are different in that regard,
Yeah,
even if they look similar.
United States Mint makes the
Mm,
Silver Eagles,
hmm.
and Yankees right, they are the most popular. Now in 2021 and 2022 there was more Maples than Eagles produced, but just for those 2 years, almost every other year the Eagle wins across the board.
From a production standpoint or
Yeah,
a consumption standpoint?
well, both.
Bought, how many
They're all
bought, right?
sold.
They're
Yeah,
all
it's the
sold, right?
same.
Yep,
Yeah, yeah,
yep, yep.
yeah. So, but yeah, no. In 2023, though, the Eagle, once again took the crown um, for the most popular bullion coin in the world. But yeah, the
What?
Liberty rounds, they're made by private mints. They're not a coin. They've got no face value.
Right.
All the Eagles are, have $1 face value on them, so they're
Mm-hmm.
a coin. It's actually backed by the government. Also, I just want to say, hey, Johnny Silverthumb, thank you for the 5 spot.
Johnny, good to see you.
Thanks for the great info. Yeah, good luck on the giveaway. We got, about another 10, 15 minutes or so before we do the giveaway. So feel free to put something in the chat and put your questions in. Maybe we'll try and get to them all here. Oh, wow. Look at this one from Daniel. Will rounds ever be worth more than spot? Wow, what an interesting question.
Yeah, well, worth more. Okay, that's interesting. When you say what something is worth, you need to talk about to whom.
Right.
Right now, I think a round is worth more than spot to a silver stacker. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. Well, people
Right?
are paying more. I mean, you're paying $1,
Right.
$2 premium to get them.
Exactly. And they're worth more, probably worth even more than that to a stacker. I know they are to me.
Yeah.
To part with my stack, it would cost a lot. And there's certain things I just won't budge on. Now, obviously, if somebody's going to give me an outrageous money out for something, I'll sell it and turn right around and buy more silver with it. But you know what I'm saying? I think it depends on who it is that's valuing the silver.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to definitely be it is worth more than spot.
Yeah, and there have been times where things were in higher demand and we saw premiums get ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I will say this. If we do have a real silver squeeze on the physical side, premiums are going to get crazy on everything. Now, that's not the case right now. Right now, there's a lot of everything available. Premiums are very low. But if they're, if the general public starts flooding the coin shops and the online bullion dealers and buying up all the silver, you're going to see premiums get ridiculous, even on rounds. And for a while, there's a bottleneck when it comes to producing this stuff. It takes a while to get the silver off the COMEX.
Sure.
And, things could get crazy. I don't really foresee that happening this year, but you never know. I mean, we were on the brink of it a couple of weeks ago, I think.
Mm.
We don't have to get into all of that, but
we were on the brink of things, my friend. Right on the brink.
Yeah. We do have one that kind of has to do with the gold-silver ratio, which we haven't talked about yet today, from Whiskey Child Records. Great job, guys. Should I try and sell a roll of silver eagles and other silver right now to upgrade to a gold eagle coin, or just hold and stack more silver while the price is down? I know what you're going to say, but go ahead and say it, Yankee.
Oh, I think you should definitely convert to gold right now.
Are you joking me?
Yes, I am.
What if someone just
because no, I'm joking. Don't take that.
Oh
Somebody
my
heard that,
gosh.
right? But it's just because
someone
you
literally
knew what
just
I was
logged
gonna
in
say.
and heard you say that, but all right. So what should they do?
Get it. Yeah, you should be targeting your silver and keeping it. I don't think the conversion it's not a good time to do it right now. The GSR is too high. And you really should be targeting both. If you really want some gold, a gold eagle coin, set aside a percentage, build up that amount and get one, but also keep your silver. It's not an either or, it's an and both.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
For very important reasons.
And I will say this: if you're wanting to trade your silver for gold, now is certainly not the time.
Yes.
Look at the gold silver ratio. It's over 80. I don't want to see anyone trade in until it gets below 60 at least. I mean, at least. I know people are going to front run it, whatever, if it gets like 70, but if it gets below 60, then I think people are going to start doing it. I think some of the smarter stackers are going to wait for 50 or even 40 if it gets that low. Because think about it like this. Let's say the gold silver ratio is 80 to 1 and you actually do the trade. You bring in 4 rolls of eagles and you get 1 gold eagle, right? 20 in each roll. So 80 to 1. And someone else waits until it's 40 to 1. They bring in those same 4 rolls of silver eagles and they get how many? 2. Count them. Twice as much gold as you got because they waited for the ratio to go down. I mean, it's simple math. So now is not the time to be trading up for gold. You need to wait if that's what you're wanting to do.
Right. And I can understand why people should want both. We're focusing here on silver pros, and there's a big reason to have silver, but it's not to say you should only have silver. That's not what we're saying, especially those new to silver pros. We're not exclusive silver stackers. We just love it.
That's true. And someone in the chat said not hitting 40 to 1. Well, last time silver ran up, it went down to 32 to 1. So
true.
We've seen it in the last 15 years. We could definitely see it again.
We've witnessed it. Yep.
Yeah. You ever bought from Costco?
No, I don't have a membership.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
What is it, like $50? Isn't that worth it?
Well, Mrs. Yankee knows how to properly shop. We go to like 4 different places, and she is awesome at getting the best price. So we just don't do Costco. Yeah.
Wow. Well,
yeah, we have good options here.
I believe you, and you guys already have the kids out of the house, so you don't need.
That's true.
The bulk.
We don't need the volume like we did. We used to be able to go, but not now. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I'm heavy into the Costco with 3 young boys, right?
I bet.
So.
You can't keep up. But did you buy any?
No,
silver?
No way.
I didn't think so.
No way. I can get better deals buying locally.
Yep.
Or even like at SD Bullion when they got stuff on sale. I would rather buy, frankly, the silver RAM right now. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and show it off here because we got a little giveaway coming up.
In just less than 10 minutes.
Look at this. 2024 1-ounce RAM of Calvary silver coin. Only $2 over spot, guys. This is introductory pricing. This is going to go up. I guarantee you this is going to go up.
Yeah, you're freaking me out. I should have gotten it when I got the tube. Hey, could you click Doc Steals? Just want to take a quick peek.
Take a little look. See, I mean, they got the gold ones too for $40 over, but
oh wow. I have the gold lion. Yeeks.
I know. Kilo.
5-ounce silver coins.
Any quantity. That's cool. You know what? If I ordered that, I would hope to get the America the Beautiful.
True.
Yeah, like honestly, looking at all these deals, I'm like, I want the RAM.
It's the RAM.
Actually,
yeah.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, no, the deal right now is the RAM.
Yep, I agree.
This is the one. If you're gonna get silver, this is what you should go for, I think.
Beautiful.
So
I love the message.
Absolutely. Where are we at? Hopefully
yeah,
you guys,
where are we?
We got 10 minutes. Hopefully you guys are all entering the giveaway. Make sure you're chatting and putting something in the chat to enter. There are quite a few more questions in here. We could probably get to a few more. Let's see here. Do Harry, Tim, or Silver Dave mind when people go in to sell? Oh, that's really interesting. Does Tim care?
None of them care.
Right.
They'll do it. I was there, like I said, at Silver Dave today, and somebody was bringing in this 100-ounce bar to sell.
Wow.
And I'm like, why would you be selling it today?
I know, but they needed the money, right?
Yeah. I know. I was outside of Tim's this week as well, and I was talking to someone about uh, having that cash so that if you do need to replace a refrigerator or something
Mm,
breaks in your car or have build up a reserve that is not silver so that you can weather the short stuff, the little stuff, right? Or maybe the middle moderate stuff, but tap into the silver only when you absolutely have to. That way you are in control and you can pick the right time to sell and you're not forced to sell.
yeah, I think that's extremely wise. Also, thanks so much, Goldie Hunter, for the
Oh,
$5
very nice.
super chat there.
Yes, thank you.
And we have a question here. Actually, they're asking a question, so let's read it.
What
If
is that?
if Trump gets reelected
Yep.
and creates a Bitcoin reserve, what do you think would happen to metals? Oh, interesting. Would would the Bitcoin reserve affect metals? I mean, I don't know that it would. At least, okay. Let me back it up here.
Oh wow. There's a lot into
There's
that.
a
There's
lot
the
to
Trump being
unpack.
reelected,
Right,
there's a
right.
Bitcoin reserve, and the effects on metals.
There's a lot to unpack. Typically,
Uh-huh.
we don't even really get into cryptos, but we do appreciate the
Or
super chat.
politics that much. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. I could see it either way. How's
Hmm.
that? All right.
I'm not afraid to say it.
Yeah.
I know JD Vance has hundreds of thousands of dollars in crypto,
Yep.
but in my opinion, there's no way they are going to create a Bitcoin
Right.
reserve up against the central bank.
I know.
It just isn't going to happen.
Yeah. They
I
they
don't care if
can't
it's
do it.
Trump or whoever. Yes.
Yeah. They can't do it.
It's
So.
just so many reasons. But anyways, I don't know what would happen. I just
Right.
don't know the answer.
Yeah. Yeah. It could go either way. I mean that. Yeah. We got a question here from
Mm-hmm.
Samuel. 10 1-ounce rounds or one 10-ounce bar? Which
10 1-ounce rounds.
Yeah, I think I could do a poll, and I would bet that most people would agree. I mean, it's
It
more
also depends on what
versatile.
you currently have. If the guy has, 5,000 1-ounce rounds, then it's one 10-ounce bar, right?
Oh man,
But if
yeah,
you're starting 10 1-ounce rounds.
that's what I started with. 1 ounce at a time. One
It's
ounce at a
great.
time. Yeah. Um, Mogo, I'm loving this. It's not a question, but he says, I wish someone would do a video on how premiums are set. Who could do that? Well, believe it or not, I just put out a video yesterday. Go check it
Mm-hmm.
out. And Harry breaks it all down, how the premiums are set. It's a very, very good video.
Mm-hmm.
Every new stacker should watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, JL here. How do you figure out the gold silver ratio for newbies? Oh, man, we only got like 2 minutes, but can I give you a quick breakdown?
Yes,
Because we
do it.
touched on it earlier.
Do it.
Okay, literally, look at the gold silver ratio. It's going to give you the ratio of how many ounces of silver are equal to an ounce of gold if you're just looking at the spot price, right? So no premiums
Mm-hmm.
attached.
Mm-hmm.
The way I use the ratio, and I've said this many times, if the ratio is over 80, I feel like silver is undervalued to the point where I want to stack only silver. Okay? If the ratio is between 60 and 80, I feel comfortable stacking both gold and silver. If it goes below 60, I would prefer to be focusing on gold. Now, that's my strategy. That's based on looking at historical trends of the ratio, where we've been before, which is more advantageous to be buying at a certain point in time. So, that being said, the ratio right now is over 80. I prefer silver. And Yankee said earlier he prefers silver too. Probably not for
Mm-hmm.
that reason, but you do prefer silver, right?
I do. I do. I've been buying silver more than gold.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, there you
All
have
right.
it. I think we gotta do.
Would you buy Eagles or Maples over rounds now? Mm,
Oh,
no.
no.
But at the same time, I've got a lot of Eagles and Maples. So if you don't have any sovereign silver, it's not an either or, it's an and both. But I'd focus more on the rounds than the sovereign silver right now.
Yeah, yeah. How about
Yeah.
this? How about this? If you go into the local coin shop and you're gonna buy
Mm-hmm.
10 ounces, buy one eagle, one maple, and 8 rounds. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Right? No, not at all.
I think that's fine. You kind of feather a little bit in there. I mean, I love eagles. I love maples. I really love them right now. So, but yeah, just like Yankee said, I mean, I already have a lot of those. So rounds do seem like a better buy to me. I mean, obviously they're cheaper, so you can get more of them, which is great.
I agree. All right, I'm ready to harvest the names and put them in the wheel of names. Are we ready to
We
do that?
are ready for
All
the
right.
free silver
Okay, there it is. I've
giveaway.
stopped. That's it. Control it. Boom. All right, now let's dupe it. And then bring up.
I'm going to show them again what they're getting.
Yeah, you do that while I get the wheel up. So I have to share the screen.
Yeah, feel free to share it. I've already shown this like 10 times tonight, but guys, free 1 ounce silver coin courtesy of SD Bullion. And Yankee is setting up the giveaway right now. And so best of luck to all of you. It's going to be one winner. And let's pull up the wheel while you're adjusting the settings so we can all see what settings you're adjusting. I don't know why you're adjusting the settings.
I do. You know why? I bring this up to show that I'm not going to allow duplicates. I uncheck, make sure that the display duplicates is off. All right.
So someone can't get in there like 20 times.
Right. Here we go.
Oh, man. I know I'm in there. I chatted.
Shuffling it up. And I did too. Good luck, everyone.
I hope it lands on you.
Oh, I hope it lands on you.
Dude, if it lands
never landed on you.
If
it's
it
always
lands
landed
on
on me.
Metally Corrupted, dude, seriously.
I quit. I'll just curl up in the fetal position. Please don't do that.
Thank you for the $5 super chat, by the way, Max. Thank you so much.
Grieving Gamer, Scotty Atticky, Brian
Spin it,
T.
baby.
Brian T.
Spin it, baby. Brian.
There it is. Brian T.
Wonderful.
Congratulations, Brian T. Please email your mailing address and phone number to Silver Dragons, and you'll get that out to SD Bullion. You won.
Yep. Congratulations, Brian T. You are the winner. It is simply silverdragons47 at gmail.com. And as Yankee mentioned, we need name, mailing address, phone number to get your free silver from SD Bullion. They're going to send it directly to you.
Nice. You get a nice little box. They really know how to ship well too. I'm holding the box right here. I haven't opened it up yet because I want to do it on a video, but they just.
Do you want to show it? I can show it.
Yeah.
There you go. I got your screen
Show
up,
it.
Yankee. You're live with 500 people. Show them. Don't show any personal info.
Right. Thank you for your support of SD Bullion. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here that I won't show, but great card. I love. See, this is the type of company you're dealing with right here.
Yeah.
Their mission is to glorify God through how we manage SD Bullion and serve our customers. We strive to provide the highest quality products at the lowest prices so that our customers may have access to protect their hard-earned assets. Thank you for allowing us to serve you. That is just so awesome. I can't wait to get in. I want to see what this is.
You're not going to open it right now, are you?
No, I probably shouldn't. It's random. I don't know what it is. Isn't that cool?
Are you saving it for a video?
I am. I'm going to do it on a video.
All right. Well, you guys,
Yeah.
you'll have to subscribe to Yankee Stacking. And by the way, we're going to be doing the next Silver Pros on his channel. So you're not going to want to miss that. Check him out. He's got a lot of great videos. And I think that's going to do it.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, everyone, for joining us on Silver Pros. See you next time.
Stack like a pro. Have a good night, everyone.